Lord, come on. Uh-oh. You hear that? That's the tea hitting the pavement. Over here on Word on the Curb, we don't sip, we spill. Word on the Curb, where the tea hits the pavement. Let's get into it. It's Angela, your favorite internet bestie, and we got the vibe. We rocking the housewives, politics, and celebrity gossip, all wrapped into one show.
Hello.
Hello. Happy, was it Wednesday? It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, it's hump day here. How y'all doing? Look, I'm still trying to do some stuff.
Hello. We are back. We are back with another review with y'all for Real Housewives of Atlanta. We had to take a week off. Last week was my birthday, so drop down in the comments and tell your girl happy birthday or happy belated birthday.
Happy belated birthday. And yesterday was my grandson's birthday. So that's
happy birthday. Right.
Yeah, he turned 13.
Okay, he didn't hit the teens officially.
Yes. So his sister, her birthday was last week on the 15th. So she just turned 14. So, so they are a year and 8 days apart.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so she did her birthday in Indianapolis, and he had his year so his dad got them back. Their dad got them back a day before his birthday. They've been gone since May 20th.
Okay.
So girl, I was stressed having their little brother. Stressed. So yeah, that is my life with kids. So what did you do for your birthday?
Girl, I ended up not doing anything. So, of course, Wednesday we was under a tornado watch.
Oh my goodness.
So, and actually, I didn't have anything planned for Wednesday anyway because I am doing another cohort in which Wednesday we have our classes, but that was canceled because we was under a tornado watch. Thank God nobody got blown away. But I had made plans to do everything Saturday. I was supposed to do a drag brunch and then go to Madam C.J. Walker Festival or block party. And then they was doing the Juneteenth festival at the fairgrounds. So that was the plan, but they canceled the drag brunch. And I don't know if y'all ever go through this though, but sometimes when something happens in your plan and it just kind of suck the air out the balloon for the rest of the stuff, you know? So I was ready and excited, but then by the time Saturday came, my balloon just got deflated. So I ended up being in the house all weekend. But I am going to Wine Fest this week. Yep, I did. And it's okay. I mean, no, because listen, I'd rather be on vacation. So that gave me enough motivation to get on the internet and start planning my next 2 vacations.
Okay. All right then.
So that's that on that. Like I said, I'm gonna go to Wine Fest this week. And what I decided is that I'm just celebrating my birthday from here on out. So anything I do from this moment forward is in celebration of my birthday.
Okay, that's great. Well, I didn't do anything. Well, I went to the winery for my cousin's birthday, but had grandkids with me, girl. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, I was, because we did that on Juneteenth, and I didn't know until that day I was gonna have to babysit. So I was mad. I said, I am tired of planning my life around babysitting. So my kids is grown. So where are your parents at, kids?
I understand that.
Girl. So yeah, but then we had a
messy little kitchen.
So we had a rough weekend. My husband's cousin birthday was Sunday, and his baby mama, she died that day. Yes, she was on hospice though. She, young lady, 37, and they had three kids together. I think the oldest one maybe going to the 10th grade, youngest one going to fifth. So that was a
I
whole
hate to
horrible.
hear that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was just so horrible. Then my daughter's friend was taken out that morning. So I'm like, dang. And one of her friends, like a person she knew pretty well. And I'm like, Jesus. So yeah. So I'm like, and Sunday it was real, like, real dreary, kind of rainy looking. It was just a sad day. I said, oh, I feel like I'm about to cry. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you see somebody so young and the children, I mean, they just seem so, they had been staying with their dad for about a month because I don't think the girl really realized what situation she was in until she went into hospice.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
I don't think, how people think I don't think she thought that she was that ill or whatever. Yeah, so, but she went in, and
Did she
so,
have like was it some sort of cancer?
yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, but probably by the time
Damn.
she found out about it was, yeah,
Wow.
but 37.
So do you know like what was the time frame between her finding out and
I know, shoot, she was just, I would say probably a couple of months or something because my daughter said
wow.
her baby was small still, and she said she went to a concert and they was all out there dancing and everything. So then you try to go down people's social media, but I wasn't really friends with her, so I was trying to
Mhm.
really see like, um, you know, but
Mhm.
I I was like, well, because somebody said she was kind of angry. I said most people probably are when they're thrown in a situation where they probably was not expecting or thought you had so much life left, and to come to find out you did not. So yes, she's going through go through all those stages, to if she accepts, what so yeah, it's pretty sad. I said because the kids we were all at an open house on Saturday, and I'm pretty sure if they would have, they knew she was on hospice, she could have went any day, but they would have known that she was gonna go that next morning. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they all would have been with her.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that was like a different weekend. I would
Mhm.
say
Yeah,
that.
that's the lot.
Yeah, so it just was like it, and I'm like, God, dog. So then the other guy, I think he was barely 40. I guess got in the fight at the club, and the person saw them walking somewhere, and they 5 times. I said, people can't take getting beat up, I guess.
Mm, mm,
Yes,
mm.
and out and gone. So
That's
yeah.
just terrible.
It is. I said, boy. And I was just looking on TikTok. They was talking about some of the places that's nice in Indiana. Had Fort Wayne as one of the nicest ones. I was like, what? So it's real safe there. Okay.
Well, stuff go on everywhere. Like, honey, I remember the little bar across the street from where I was at, because they'll tell you the same thing about Hamilton County. But, baby, somebody got unalived up in that bar
No, it happens too frequently
with
here.
a power. Okay, well, I think that, like, even the way I heard that was just through a grapevine. It wasn't something, like, and I stayed really close to the place.
Mhm.
But I'm saying that to say, it probably happens more than what you know because you know what I mean. You able to
Oh, shoot, it's
put out
happening to
what you
me.
want to put out. It's funny. I just went to the class I had today. The cohort that I'm doing is a leadership, like political type of class, and we had a panel discussion just about owning your narrative and like who tells your story. Of course, it's all centered around the African American community. But part of that we was talking about. Media and news cycles and stuff, and like what we're talking about, who tells your story. So that was kind of what we were saying, like media has the ability to tell a story, but you don't know if they always giving you the whole story. You know what I mean? Or if it's the right story or the true story. So they can give you an image to make you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like make it look bad, or they can, you know what I mean, back off and bury things to make it look better, and like what you saying, you live there, so you would be the one that know that it's not exactly what is being put out.
Oh well, I mean, well. The one thing about here in this town, we have a lot of people that came into the town. Like we have a lot of people here from Chicago.
Don't
I'm
now,
like, what
don't
are
go
y'all doing
there.
here? But it is, and they all in them projects. They
Yeah, don't
is.
go there, because I am
Yeah.
almost certain that it's these Indianapolis mugs that's coming
Not here,
out.
not here, not here, not here, not here. They all transplant. I said, where y'all coming from? Where ain't for? They got rid of
hmm
this is started probably about 15 years ago or more, where a lot of them came in because they're Section 8 or whatever. So they moved into
hmm
some of the housing programs here.
hmm
And I mean, I'm not gonna say before them it was the Detroit boys that come down here trying to make fast money, and then you have all those situations. So you had a town that kind of was more, I don't know, most of the people that was here, grandparents come from Alabama. Everybody know each other because there's church on every corner. So, but then you see in the 90s where everything kind of flipped, where you see more crime, you seeing more people being taken out with pium, which was kind of unheard of before, but it happens a lot. I mean, so now when it's happening, it's a lot of these younger kids, my daughter's age and younger, that these things are happening. She's like, I think there's like 5 guys she know within the
Mm.
last couple of years.
Yeah, that's a
Taken out.
lot.
Yeah, I'm
And
like,
like my son, he's lost a couple of, he's lost at least about 3 or 4 that I know. My nephew being one of them. And what I'm gonna say is his peers, in his
yeah.
age group.
Mm-hmm.
Now they haven't been unalived in that way, as far as like a pew or anything like that. But at the same time, my son, because last time he was here, it was the day, Mother's Day, as a matter of fact, the day before, he had to attend a service for
Oh,
a young man. And he when I he came and got me on Mother's Day, I'm asking him how the day was and everything. And so he said to me, he said, "Ma," he said, "it don't ever get easy seeing somebody, like that on that side." And I told him, I said, "Son, I understand, because I'm like, at your, like, even at my age right now, I haven't had to bury many of my friends, and I'm 46. I'm a young 46. But also for me, I think about the blessing that is, that I have not had to go and do that with many people that I know, let alone my friends. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So I can only imagine being somebody in that age group going through that, because I don't know. I agree. I agree. I don't know how you can look at somebody that is the same age as you, or you know what I mean, and
yeah.
have an acceptance of that in some way. Like I talk a lot about dealing with grief, and look at Prince Michael Jackson. Boy, look, he's so
So yeah,
funny.
we're talking
If
about
he
our
don't take his pill to
weekend,
sleep,
and we had like here
he
is
don't want me talking to nobody but him.
oh. So we're
um,
gonna we get started with episode 11, and this episode, what is it called? Oh
I
Lord,
don't even know, honey.
something about the text. I said, oh, it was about a text. Let me see here. I got it. Look, I got it in my phone. Shoot.
Okay.
It says shady text and bigger regrets. Okay, that's what they got out of that episode.
Because I was trying to say, what text are they talking about? But okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
I said, unless this is, I don't know. I kept thinking, I don't know what it could be either. But we're going to start out this episode with Shamea comes over to.
Well, I thought we was gonna put them all together and
Okay,
then
yeah.
like put them both together and then go through our housewives and then let's get to our do our group scenes.
Oh no, okay, no. We're gonna do each person and talk about their what they got going on.
Mm-hmm.
So the group scenes, we got the group scenes of what their personal story is on these two episodes. I'm
Right.
gonna start out with Kellie because Kellie is going through there. Hey,
Yes.
Miss Kellie.
And well, go ahead, because I'm about to say, and she may have exposed herself for stealing from her own company, but keep going.
Oh, okay.
To me, from what I heard, and I'll tell y'all why I analyze it that way, but go ahead.
Okay, so Miss Kellie is over here having some issues. Okay, so she had to move, but that was a situation with her and her neighbor or whatever, and she had to get up and move. I didn't really too much know about what was going on in the blogs with the neighbor and Kellie going over to the woman's house. I don't know what
Yeah,
happened.
I didn't even pay attention to
But
that.
either way, Kellie had to move. So
Mm-hmm.
Kellie is moving into a townhouse that Shamea owns. So she's able to stay there. On top of that, Kellie is having some financial problems.
Which that
And
would be, in my opinion, neighbor aside, it feels to me like that would be the reason why you had to move. Because if you had the money, I don't know why Shamea had to offer her place. But go ahead.
well, I think from what I understood, another blogger said, I think there was some kind of like an order that she couldn't be so close to this lady. So she had to move.
Well,
So
I'm okay with the fact that, like, that is one thing, but I'm also saying, like, okay, if you got money in the bank and you got to move, then you just able to move, right? I'm
well,
not because I'm
it
not
depends.
debating why she had to move, but I am saying that it pulls a question in my head that somebody because she didn't now what we I think I might be getting ahead, but we did watch her go and look at places, and we also watched that lady tell her that the place that she was looking at was out of her range.
Yeah, her
um
budget is 4,000.
right, so I'm not sure how productive that was too, because I'm kind of saying the same thing in the sense of you might be saving face on one end to still keep up a particular appearance, but when you sat with that financial advisor and you ran those numbers to him, and that's why I'm saying if to me it sounds like you stealing from your own business because you didn't say what your income was outside of that business. And I do agree with Blue, or going over to Carlos, is that those amounts feel pretty low. And so when you go in to tell your expenses, it sounds like you spending the money that's coming from the restaurant, which that's not the correct way to run your business. That's why I'm saying, like, if that's what's going on, you stealing from your business. Because you're supposed to pay yourself.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I still for
And
mine.
so, huh?
I still for mine.
No, but I mean, and I feel like a lot of people probably do, but
Mhm.
I'm also saying that's what it is. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. And so, and which is why probably you having such a hard time because you're living off money that's not yours. And anyway, back to the whole move thing. So my point just going, if you had money in the bank to be able to move, I would think that you would just be able to move. And again, maybe when she talked to Shamea, maybe Shamea just offered it. I don't know, but it feels like if you had your own money, you didn't need it. I don't know, but
Well,
eh,
she said she broke. So I mean,
I mean, well,
she
and we
said
heard that
that.
at the financial advisor
Mhm.
place, though.
Yeah.
Because
So
because when you think about $90,000, if you're making $90,000, How much of that you think you really got to put back into that business? Because that's what I say. That feel like a low amount. It sounds high,
I mean, don't
but
tell her how to
without us
you.
knowing what it takes to run it, you know what I'm saying?
And you got to pay your employees. You got to pay
That's
their
what I'm saying. That's what I
all the
mean.
things.
That's
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean.
it.
Right. Yeah.
So then whatever it costs to
And
rent
she
the
might have
place,
just pulled that figure off the top of her head.
it sounds like it was. I mean, and she's probably only saying what she really claimed. Anyway, so yeah, I make 15,000 here, 75 over
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, because that's what I'm claiming.
Got you. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Got you. But that's where, so like that's where that financial advisor, that's where you get in trouble, because now you got to list all of these expenses, and that's what my man said. Like, well, where's you getting the money?
Mm.
Right.
She said
Where's you
salary.
getting the money to spend
She
twenty
said
thousand
my
dollars on your
salary
gram?
is
You
my
ain't said
salary.
nothing about your bills. All you talked about was all the other stuff.
She said her
You ain't
salary
said how
is
much you
her
pay
salary.
in electricity. You ain't said how much you pay in grocery. You ain't said how much you pay in your children's clothing. You ain't, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't put none of those expenses.
I think a lot of this stuff was for TV
Got to be.
because
Got to be.
everything was around
Cause,
numbers.
cause, cause the way she listed that out, honey, you over here right here with me. Your figure's just bigger.
All of them over there, right there with you. Shit, Drew too. Only one who got money is Shamea. Just being for
Right,
real.
right.
Everybody. I mean, I'm just saying, everybody either they have to work. I put it that
Mm-hmm.
way. And the
Mm-hmm.
one who really don't have to work is Shamea. Stop
Well,
that.
and I wish she would get that through her raggedy ass brain, because
Because
I'm sick of her.
I seen someone post how much the man is worth. I said $100 and some $1 million.
And
Oh,
she, it's the Tisha thing too, because I'm a little irritated with Tisha too. And it's not because I don't want women to be independent, because independence is not what I am telling them to let go of. But what I am saying is, like, I don't know why y'all would let women with no husband, with none, you know what I'm saying, with none of the things that you have that are very great. Because when you talk about it, you know what I mean? You want to flex with it. Why don't you, if you want to flex, flex.
I know.
Show
Because I
them
didn't
bitches
even
that you
realize.
ain't got to do a damn thing and you still got it. You know what I'm saying?
Because
That's the flex.
did you realize the scene she did with getting her nails done was actually in her house? I
That's
said,
that
what?
that can be okay, because right, you can have your people come to you. But that's kind of what I mean.
I
If
mean, she
you
had the
gonna
whole setup.
flex,
I said, oh, okay.
if you gonna flex, girl, flex, honey. And don't be sitting up trying to be the same as the girls who you're around, because you're not the same.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You're not. And I
No.
don't know why you would let all of the other people, the comments, the fans, the whatever, the people who ain't living a quarter of the lifestyle that you have,
Yeah,
tell
not
you how you
even a
supposed to
10th.
be living.
Not even a 10th. Not even
I
a 10th.
just gave it a quarter, because
Yeah, it's not even a
I'm.
10th. God
But you know what I'm
damn.
saying? Like, but that's what is so baffling to me, that you would sit up and get caught up in fighting with people who can't hold a candle next to what at least what your presentation is, baby. Like,
Girl,
honey, I be the custom people out so good. Like, baby, you
girl,
better get you one and then come talk to me.
you ain't get to my mouth would be so quick. What? I'm not about to argue with a bitch that ain't.
I'm trying to tell you. What the hell do
No.
I look like?
I guess she has humility. She don't want to.
She has a self-esteem problem. It's not just the people please, because I feel like
I don't
sometimes
think it's
people
a self
pleasing
esteem.
stems from a self-esteem.
I don't think it's too much self esteem. I think it's just she wants to be liked,
Well,
and
she
but
should focus on liking herself.
I think she likes herself. I just feel
I
like
don't
she
well,
needs
I
to.
can't see how you do if you're running around trying to be somebody else.
Who is she trying to be?
I don't know who. I'm not saying that she's trying to mimic any one of the girls. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that she's not fully comfortable showing up just the way it is. She seems to, same as Tisha. You seem to be running around trying to pull and grab onto something to appease your public image. So like, even so, because I know we have a lot of conversation around like the women or the wives, whether they know like how to pay their bills and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I think some like her, I think she confuses independence, right? Like with or having some independence with needing to show up the way you see these other ladies showing up. I'm trying to say it in an articulate way because yeah, because if you were comfortable with that lifestyle, then you would just live it. You would not be trying to figure out what else you needed to do. And I think that she feels that way because like okay, the townhome. She said, this is one of the first investment properties I bought since getting married. So that made me question. You say, hold on. Okay.
Oh, you can continue. It's my brother.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that made me question. Because I think I asked this question last season about her. I wanted to know, like, even with the house, I said I was interested in knowing when they bought the house, like if that was something they purchased, kind of like right before starting the film or somewhere in there, like right before they signed contracts or whatever. I didn't know. I wonder how long they had been in that house. But like I said, when she mentioned with the townhome home to Kellie, she says that was the first investment property she bought since marrying her husband. So to me, I did take that as okay, Shamea. I'm not saying that she was poor or broke or anything. She probably had a chunk of change on her own. I'm assuming that a lot of the money, a lot of the wealth came with her husband. And so the smartest thing she could do is to go ahead and get stuff like that. Now, I don't know if we know the ins and outs of whose name is in and all of that type of, dealings, but I think that there's this projection that you don't want to just be looked at as a housewife, right? Because society has diminished the title, right? That's why, again, you got all of these wives who are able to be at home with their kids, making sure everything's running right, taking care of their home, taking care of their husband, and without a care in the world because you got plenty of money to do it. And yet you running around like a chicken with your head cut off, trying to get your foot in something else, in the rum, the songs, I'm okay with her keeping the job with the basketball and stuff, because fine, if that's what she enjoyed and that's her way of holding on to some of her own income and keeping that type of financial independence for herself, I understand that. But I don't understand all of this other stuff, wanting to be this serial entrepreneur that doesn't feel like it's a purpose driven thing from her. It feels like it's driven because this is an image I need for everybody to accept and see. And to me, again, I think when we think about self esteem doesn't always show up like I think I'm ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't show up that way all the time. So I think most people think of it that way. But self-esteem sometimes can be about your worth. It could be whether you feel like you're worth the lifestyle that you're living. It could be about if you worth being in the circle that you in. Um, It could be it's what Kevin what's his name, Cat Williams, a long time ago on his one of his first specials, what he say, it's self-esteem. So you gotta look inside and figure out what that is and why you would be taking that and trying to fix it with things that's outside. That's the way I see Shamea. I'm not saying that to diminish her, even though she has gotten on my last nerve. um and so much in these last two seasons than she ever had as a friend. But um but I just see something kind of sad for me. Kind of sad for me. I think that she's living a life and don't even realize it, that somebody would trade in for to have, and you are seeming like you're not satisfied. um and I don't know, sometimes I just get a little annoyed about that. And that's how I feel about it. Y'all make sure y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about it. I know everybody seems to say, oh well, everybody's ganging up on Shamea. I don't think everybody's ganging up on Shamea. I think Shamea just has some self internal issues. And so things can feel that way because she does want to be liked and she presents herself that way. If a person ain't catching on to it, it feels like rejection. But if you happy and secure with what you're doing, why would it matter if somebody you don't know rejects you or doesn't like you or wants to have smoke with you? Why would it matter? You really on this show to have smoke. But you thought you would get along, you thought you would come on here and be everybody's best friend. That don't work on no housewife show. None of the housewives who try to be friends to everybody, none of them fare well with that. That's the other thing that's funny to me with Shamea is because she act like this is her first time at the rodeo. I understand she's new, second season new to being a full-time housewife, but she's not new to this environment. And so I'm not sure why she don't understand what's going on. I don't know why she's taking that stuff so personal. I don't know. Maybe that's why her and K Michelle had bonded the way that they did um with each other. We waiting on Angela to get back on so she can join us. Yeah, so all right, well let's move on from Shamea for a little bit. Because I gotta think about what else happened. But we're gonna move on to back to Kellie, but and some more storms going on. Okay. Okay, back to Kellie, but yeah, I feel like Kellie is really dealing with some very hard financial situations. And I think as transparent as it feels like she's being, I ain't sure if she's being that as transparent because, like I said, you spending 20 something thousand on glam, like how much are your bills? Like it's kind of like I tell people about. I I don't count people's pockets, and I don't judge people about what they decide to spend their money on. But I just know when stuff makes sense and when it don't make sense. The math ain't mathing for me. Um, so I got more questions.
Girl, that's all you gonna get off of that shit there.
I
Next,
got
let's
more
move
questions.
on.
Like, how are you affording this? And no wonder
The
Jarvis.
same, the
But
same
even
way,
when Jarvis paying
the
Jarvis,
same way, the same way Shamea. I mean, not Shamea. The same way Drew is affording all those people she paying out to. So
hell, they might not be on the payroll when it comes to Drew. I'm just,
oh my
they
god,
don't act like they on the payroll. They
no.
act like a a bunch of people you invited to your house.
Oh
Cause
my
I
God.
went, cause with that scene, that was the week before, right? The scene with
Uh,
her team, or was that last week?
This is a week before the week.
Okay, that's what I thought. But that scene and the way they started coming for each other, how your team arguing with each other about having you fucked up? He talking about, yeah, I see you dress her in this. I don't say nothing. You know, excuse
In her
me,
head.
you see me walking out a mess and you don't say nothing. So I think we understood. So next time we see somebody looking a mess, we know what happened. The team just ain't say a damn thing, right? They like, let her go, let her cook.
She going through that.
Right, let her cook. But that was so unprofessional, and which I'm not surprised because she always has unprofessional team members around her. So that's why I said they don't act like they on the payroll. Cause baby, I couldn't be paying you and you act like that.
No, definitely not. No, those are
Yeah.
independent contractors. That's what
You
they are.
you got to be acting like that
They're
because
not
you know you ain't
employees.
getting paid, and so she can't say nothing about it.
Just gonna embarrass her on TV.
Embarrassed the hell out of her, but anyhow, so yeah, I got more questions when it comes to Kellie.
Uh-huh. And
hmm
so you did Kellie, and who else? Because I was on the phone with my brother. Sorry.
So I had just went back to Kellie, so we can go to let's I guess pick up with Angela.
Angela.
Angela, right. That's
Angela
you, Angela. I
Oakley.
keep doing that with her.
Well, Miss Angela Oakley. Thank God New York Knicks won in San
Yeah.
Antonio. So woo-hoo, Charles got a chance to watch the game.
Yeah.
So I liked her jersey dress. I thought it was cute.
I did too.
So Miss Angela Oakley, what she has going on, she, I guess, trying to rent out some house, and then she has a situation with her daughter, which I kind of really didn't understand.
I didn't either. I was very confused.
Because I'm like,
Very confused. I didn't
I almost was
understand what they
thinking,
actually was talking about.
you know, I was so confused. I didn't even try to watch it. I ain't even gonna lie. It was kind of
Yeah.
like, is Angela homophobic? I don't know.
It's
Kinda
funny
just
to
giving
me
it away to
because
me.
I couldn't figure out. I could not figure out. I didn't walk away thinking it was Angela for some reason, and it sounds crazy because she's the one married, but it seemed like it was her to me. But that's what I mean. I couldn't figure out. So to your point, it seems like they were having a conversation, but
But they're
leaving.
trying to have it.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. But leaving big pieces out, right? Because
Yeah.
even with I didn't understand. So Angela is saying, well, she wanted her to tell her, I guess her brother and sister that she had gotten married. And she's saying, well, why do I have to tell them? Well, why wouldn't you? I don't understand how you sitting up here with a whole damn spouse and you don't tell your brother and sister that you got a spouse. And if I understand correctly, well, they little kids, so it makes sense to me why they would think that's the best friend. You know what I'm saying, or whatever, because they're just kids and they're not, whatever. They're not thinking that hard about what's going on again. So I'm not understanding why she's having such why she holding on to that, and I don't get it. And so that's why I was saying it didn't feel to me like it was Angela that was. It seemed like she was the one that had a problem, but I don't understand where that would come from. It felt like she's the one not comfortable, and I don't
I
understand.
took away that maybe it was some, like, okay, I got married, and when I got married, I just went to the courthouse and got married, okay? But we was already damn living together, so shit, So, but when I got married, my mom was like, "Oh, you could at least had a wedding." I didn't really want to, and I still don't want to. My husband wants to. He wants to. Why don't we do it with? Nah, I don't want to. But
Mm-hmm.
anyways, I almost was the way because I'm not even gonna lie. When I was watching the scene, I was kind of in and out of it. So, and I really didn't. I put it like this: I didn't care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And I know,
it felt like a silly conversation to me, because again, I'm not understanding why you won't tell your brother and sister that you married.
so I was like, is it something that did her mom not know she was gay, and all of a
And
sudden
then
she
she
got
married
married?
a woman, and that's how
Yeah,
she found out. Hmm.
I mean,
I
because
don't know.
you know, I don't know either. So I was just trying to figure like, did somebody not approve of this, or is it an issue because
I
she's
felt
young?
some of that too. And that's why I'm saying, like, that's what I mean. I felt more uncomfortability from her, but I wasn't clear on why.
Yeah.
You know
So
that I'm not clear. And then I'm wondering if she felt like there would be like, did she feel like she had to have some other conversation with the kids if
like
she
what?
told them that?
I don't know, girl. I just thought,
But it's really
you
not
know,
even that deep. Like I like
and
on
the
one
little boy
end.
was the little boy was listening to the conversation. Anyways, he
Right,
probably
so
knew
he
very little
already know,
girl.
ain't that it?
Yeah.
Because he was right on the stairs, like, okay. But I think about my nephew, um, and like, because what I thought about is, I don't think any of us have like literally said the words to him, like, oh well, Sean is gay. Like, none of us have said that, but I mean, we just live, So when Sean and Clay is, Sean and Clay is. And when we were planning the wedding, I remember because I wanted my nephew, I was gonna try to bring him with me, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I was talking to him, and he's King is 9, I think. So I told him, I said, yeah, Sean's getting married. He said, he is. And so I told him, yeah. And so I said him and Clay, which he know who, you know what I'm saying? He know who he is. And so I think, again, he might not have thought that's what it was. But then at that point, okay, they getting married. And that was really the end of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was not any other thing. There, like,
I remember
kids
when
don't care as much as you think they do unless somebody taught them to. You know what I'm saying?
I know when my friend, well, her cousin is my cousin, which I didn't find out
Mm-hmm.
we were cousins until I went to the family reunion and found out we were cousins, right? So I remember when he was transitioning, so, right? So the kids, because the kids was like,
See, that's different.
"There's a what you
That's
talking about, girl?"
different.
So
And that's what I
he
mean, because kids
explained,
are just kids. They're not
yeah,
gonna do much but react to what is given, shown to them. So
mhm,
that is a different situation because what they're doing is reacting to what they're seeing. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So it's just like, oh, I see, you know what I mean? I see it, but yeah, and even with that, they might say something that we might find like, oh, you can't say that, you know what I mean? But for them, they're just being inquisitive. They're just
absolutely.
trying to figure it out.
Like my little daycare girl, she they watch a lot of Michael Jackson for years here.
Hmm.
And one little girl asked me, she got a little smart mouth. I called her Juicy. She goes, Miss
Hmm.
Angela, when did Michael Jackson turn white? Because
Hmm.
we play a lot of the older stuff, and then they're like, they used
And
to
then
play,
they mix it, yeah.
they played
Oh, what
whatever. It's
happened?
some little game they play, and they got the Michael Jackson from when he's looking very pale. And she said, I said, girl, gone. I said, he had that skin disease. And
Right.
she had this little funny smirk on her face, like, I want to know when because she's my complexion, but her grandma is white. So
Hmm.
she was trying to figure that out. Right now, she's only 5. She asked me this when she was 4. And
Hmm.
so, I'm like, well, it
But
is what
that's
it is.
normal too.
Yeah.
My son said the same thing. My son, like Michael Jackson passed. My son was born in 2003. Michael Jackson passed in 2009.
Mhm.
We sat all day, of course, watched all the stuff. And so like he knew who Michael Jackson was, but it wasn't until that point that he really got to see, like the whole lifespan, to your
Yes.
point. And to your point, it was funny though, because he walked up to the TV. I'll never forget it. He rubbed his face. He said, "My face never changed."
Girl, I'm telling you, when
It's
they
like
get
my skin never changed. And I laughed. I said, "I know, baby." Like, I know, but
girl,
you come on. I'm like, and same kind of explain it that way. But again, like that's not like in that case, that's not a kid being mean or
no,
anything. They just reacting to what they see,
it's in
and
there.
which is, I mean, at least what you know is their brain is working. You know,
Yeah,
because
they
they
can
know
tell the
they're looking at the
difference.
same person, and they
Yeah,
know he didn't look like that. You know what I mean? Like, and so. I mean, like I said, kids don't care much about that type of stuff. And if they do, somebody taught them to. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Somebody gave that to them. I don't know what's up with my camera. That's why I got it
yeah.
off because for some reason.
You stuck right there.
Yeah.
Uh huh. So
I'm
yeah,
sorry, y'all. I'm on my cell phone. We're going to get it together.
so yeah, I think that the situation with the therapist and all that, I don't know. I just didn't want. I didn't want to see it. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah. Well,
I
that
just.
therapist conversation, I was confused by that too.
I'm like, okay. And then she had her own confessional. What do you think about that? The
I don't
daughter.
know because she didn't say a damn thing. Like I don't know, like yeah, I don't know what to think. I still like even last year when she like we don't understand why she hid it.
Uh huh.
Like she not like you hear you talking, but you ain't saying shit.
Yeah, and we all look TV, and a lot of people gonna see it. So,
Well, we
so
just
we gotta
got
be
we just want to know, right? And it
yeah.
seems like your mama got the same questions. Like, why did you hide your wedding?
Hmm. So,
I don't understand. And now that you married, I'm still not understanding why are you guarding that reason so much. You done it now.
so my. So do you think that she's doing this more for answer? Because I mean, like, why would I get on TV and talk about that though?
I think for sure she would be doing it for her mom. But I guess I just don't understand if you wasn't going. I just don't know why if you wasn't going to
Yeah,
go
because it just
there.
yeah,
I mean, like, what
they
is the
all on
point?
the
It was
edges
a
of it.
waste of time.
Yeah, it was. So yeah, so then that whole situation right there. Then we have Angela. She met with her brother and she's still mourning the loss of her mom. And she's, trying to, figure it out there. She's still grieving. And I thought to myself, because I guess the brother was the one who said to her that the kids need to know that the sister is actually married, instead of you
Mhm.
guys, kind of, I don't know. So I believe that older boy, he didn't figure the shit out.
Well, he was sitting right there on the steps.
I mean,
Hopefully, he can hear and comprehend.
I mean,
I
isn't he about 11 years old?
don't. I think so.
Yeah,
But
they.
I forgot she had the two younger kids. Honestly.
So I would imagine that by 11, these kids are a little bit more, faster
And then,
socially
like
than
they
we
know
were.
more than what you think
Yeah,
they would know. Yeah.
because when I was 11, okay, those were taboo subjects. We didn't even talk about it, period. So, you know, we didn't talk. That was not even in nobody's conversation. If that was your auntie, what your other auntie or whatever, but that kind of stuff was
I
not
don't
talked
know
about.
anybody who I don't know anybody who had any type of spouse where that was something like where for what you describing. You know what I'm saying?
No, that was definitely not then. They couldn't even marry, but I'm just saying, even if they had a
Oh
partner.
well, right. What I forgot all about that.
No,
And what I mean is like even just in a relationship, let's say I don't particularly, but think so. And I don't even thinking back. There's not anybody that I can go back and say, oh, like that's what was, you know what I'm saying, like oh that's what was going on.
yeah,
But what I
I don't
can
know.
say, huh?
I said, I don't even know no one. I'm pretty
What?
sure there's gay people back there, but I don't know. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I think for me, I think now, I think
It's
what I
socially
realize is
accepted.
that I realized that they were at this point, right? You know what I'm saying? But back then, going back to what I mean about a lot of times kids don't care. You know what I mean? For
Mhm.
me personally, I didn't care if I didn't care. I didn't associate any boy that I knew that I guess seemed to hang with girls or what a person would consider have feminine traits. I never put those two things together. I still don't to this day. I'm not a person who goes around clocking if somebody is or not. I like for me, you would have to literally just tell me. Cause I'm not gonna now. I mean, maybe some you just like, oh well, you kind of know whatever. But at the same time, it's not something like it's not something that'll come out of my mouth to say so and so is whatever. You would have to tell me if somebody asks. I'd be like, I don't know. You know, like you have to ask them. And just because I am and I just always been this way. I just let people be who they are, and accept them that way. You know what I mean? Like, and we either get along or we don't, and it really don't have anything to do with all of the other stuff per se. Not for me. So you know, I remember I had another guy in high school, and I think good thing about the high school I went to too. Kids are cruel and things happen everywhere, but I don't really remember a lot of, and maybe I just wasn't around. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I don't remember a lot of bad like things being associated to him. I do remember people having questions about it though.
Mm.
However, we in high school. I thought he was cool. He was fun to hang around, and that's all I cared about. Like
What year you graduate?
I graduated in '98.
98. Okay. A year
Yeah, that's
after
all I
me.
cared about. For me, you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't make a difference one way or the other. If you were or not. Because it wouldn't change the way I was gonna treat you, or what you know what I mean, the way we would interact wasn't gonna change that. So yeah, I never give a lot of thought to it. Um, yeah, I never give a lot of thought to it. My son I could put him in there to say if I did have to talk to him about it when he was probably about 9 or 10, maybe I think maybe about third grade or so, something like that. Because he came home and he was telling me like that some kids were saying that to him, and so I just kind of asked him, what did he think that was? What did he think about it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Uh-huh.
and that it wasn't anything wrong with it one way or the other. I always taught him to, because again, that's just who I am. I taught all my boys, I always want them to be exactly who they are.
Yeah. I,
That's that.
when I was in high school, I can't even name a person that was. I'm pretty well. Well, he didn't go to my school, but most of them, when I was coming up, I graduated in '90.
Hmm.
They were not out.
I got
So
you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they
Well,
weren't out.
I don't think anybody who I know to be today was not per se out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying personally, I wasn't questioning whether I wasn't sitting around waiting for them to come out. Like
Mhm. And the
it
only
was
ones I
just like
did know.
whatever. And same, like I say, same with my boys. I remember maybe this was recent. Me and my son was talking, and so I was saying like as much as I like in my life, let's say as a married person, for me, right? When I say I believe in gender roles, I do mean that to be specifically like in a marriage or a relationship, and maybe as it pertains to a male and a female dynamic. However, when my boys were coming up, when they were, kids growing up, I was not a person that was so focused on their toys as far as gender, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as that goes. And like I told him, I said, hell, if I had any girls, my boys, if they wanted to play with the dolls, they would have been able to. I would not have been one of those parents that's like, oh, that's for girls. You know what I'm saying? They would have done whatever was going on. If you know what and so I'm like, the only reason why y'all didn't play with dolls is because we ain't had no girl in the house. You know.
Well, I noticed that in daycare, and I don't never, tell
That,
the kids.
but some people do. You
Oh
know
yeah,
what I
well,
mean?
because some of the kids, like my grandson never did, but a lot of them, when you got the little high heel shoes, almost all of them. I only had to tell one boy he could not wear them because his feet was
Hmm.
wider than mine. I said, "Baby,
And
you can
that's the
take
only
that."
reason why. It wasn't because it was like,
He was
okay,
on
like,
he was on breakers.
yeah.
He was already a little fat little boy, and his
And
feet was so
yeah, they
that
go
go
to the
wide.
daycare, they would play with the kitchen. And you know what
Oh yeah,
I'm saying?
just
Like,
get ready to
yeah.
play. Yeah, and then you have the little girl. All because I think it gives them a way to learn how some of the roles are, and even we even when the kids were small, they would what song was it? Thinking Out Loud. And the kids used to love to dance to it. So everybody was dancing. They tried to slow dance. They ballerina dance. They did everything. So I've never like one parent did come in and see one of her kids with something she just thought that they should not have on. I said, well, here I don't tell them no. If everybody's playing with it, then they can explore whatever. So I don't have where he can't play with it because it's a doll. Because
Yeah, right,
some
exactly.
of the dolls are boy dolls too. It is what it is. And then a lot of things I get are diverse and multi. Looks real.
Hmm.
So things like that. But yeah, I think the situation with Angela, I don't know, something there is
Yeah, it's a little
uncomfortable for
off
both
for
of
me.
them. And I
Yeah.
just think they shouldn't have brought it. So
There, yeah, yeah. If you wasn't gonna tell it all, you should have kept it back. Kept it in the
exactly.
closet.
So then we also have her in okay, so we'll do the event later. So then we got Porsha. She's still trying to figure out who she wants to be with, Mike or Sway. Dennis come in with the ring, giving it back. I didn't understand. The way I took it, that when he brought the ring back, that he had nothing else to do with it, so he's just like giving it back to her. In this new episode, I guess she was saying that he wanted her to make a choice. I was like, well, God, that's some kind of way to ask somebody to be with you if that's the
It
situation.
seemed to me like I felt like it was a last stitch effort because I'm with Corsa. Why the fuck you bringing this to me? I don't want to see this shit. But I
Well,
love the way she tossed that shit back in.
yeah, well,
Like that
yeah,
shit
but
had cooties. She like, get this shit away from me.
I thought, well, okay, he said he don't know. He said he didn't know what to do with it. Then
Sell it.
yeah, that's what I thought. I would have got rid of it,
I
or
mean,
you
if
should
they're
say give
real
it to TJ.
diamonds, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, sell it. What you
so
mean
I'm
you don't
like,
know what to do
do
with it?
with it.
But
Like, what are
that's
we gonna
that
do
that
with
was a
it?
that was a scheme that Ty set up. I don't know what to do with it.
I said,
Because
what?
you want I feel like he did want to evoke some emotion, some
Yeah,
sort of emotion from her. And I don't think he was expecting the emotion he got, but I felt her on it, because what the hell are you doing? Get the hell out of my house with this. I agree. The
I
hell
don't
out
know
of
what
my
that's about.
ex-husband's house with this.
Girl, he ain't coming back to claim that damn house. He can't get back in the country.
I know. I'm just throwing that in there because it's ironic that it could have been you. It should have been you, in the words of the Clark sisters, okay? I don't know if y'all know that song,
I know
but she said,
it.
it could have been me. It
Yes,
should
and it
have
should have
been
been
me.
me. Yes, girl. I was playing the heck out of the Clark sisters in 2020 when we was all closed down.
What you say? You
Girl,
needed some uplifting, huh? I love me some Clark
yes.
sisters.
I said, girl, we never lived through nothing like this.
But yeah, so I do think it was some sort of half-ass last stitch effort to evoke some emotion. Maybe it was him trying to see if he had a chance, or if he could get on the roster. But yeah, no, because I agree with her. you done fucked up so bad you let some other man slip in and actually marry the girl, and whether it worked out or not, yeah, you lost your spot for sure.
So she says she can't. She's not thinking about choosing no one. She's choosing herself, and so she's choosing to sell the house that her mother is living in to get the equity out of it. And then for some reason, I think she was saying something about getting the equity out of the house she lives in. I'm like, what? Girl, what, you about to get a new mortgage on there?
Well, I
That's
think
the only way you get
that
equity out of the house you're living in.
ain't she got a time frame to have to sell that? So I feel like that's might have been what she was speaking to, as opposed like to stay in that house for the time frame, so that whatever bills there, like she already know what she got over here. But so instead of selling this, you would go ahead and take this and then let this build up. So at the time you know are able to cut. Now I'm not a homeowner. I've never owned a home, and what I'm speaking from is just the common knowledge that I would know about that thing. So what I'm
Well,
saying
I
is,
thought that she was going to have to get the mortgage in her name on the
well,
new.
what I was going to ask you is when we talk about equity, because I know that most times, like what you were saying, equity is what a person would borrow off of, right? If they wanted to borrow more money off their house.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you sell it, does the equity go
Yeah.
into your selling price?
Yeah. Because, like, okay, if she bought the house, okay, the house that her mother lives in, right? Say she bought it for $1 million and it's worth two. So she's
Mm-hmm.
selling it and she's getting $2 million. So she had $1 million worth of equity in it. So that's
Okay.
the money that she's going to receive. So the
Okay.
equity on the new house, I ain't watched the scene. I just heard it.
Mm-hmm.
So the equity on the new house. So for her to get the equity out, either she gonna sell it or she gonna refinance it to get the
Well,
equity.
she definitely gonna sell it because I thought that was the agreement
I
from
thought
the
she had
divorce.
no. I thought she had so much time to actually put the house in her name, and
Or
then she
sell
can.
it. But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, right? That's what I mean. Is like or you stay in it for whatever that time frame is, and then when it's time, sell it. But I kind of understood it makes sense that you would sell the older house before you sold the newer house.
So she's selling this older house to put some of that money into the newer house.
No, I don't think it's to put any money into the newer house.
Okay.
I think it's just to
Okay.
collect the money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm, okay.
I think it's just to collect the money. It's kind of like that whole thing. So it's one of these things where I feel like people think they talking above you, right?
Well, I
Because you
understand she's going to get an extra $1 million or whatever the equity in the house is, because everything that went through the roof. So what you done bought your house for, mine's worth uh, way more than what I paid for it.
Yeah,
So
but that's what I
yeah,
mean. I
yeah.
feel like sometimes when Kelly included, I feel like sometimes when they start to throw this stuff out, that sometimes they could be talking above a level of the audience that they're serving. You know what I'm saying? Or think you are, because you don't have any idea all the time of what the income levels per se are of the people who are watching you. So there are people that will have insight to what it is you saying, you know what I mean, or what you putting out. Um, but I do, like I say, it kind of made sense that if you know, like you said, you're gonna be able to sell that because you done had it for so long, you done paid so much into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you know what's over there, and then you get the whatever the profit from
Yeah.
that house, pocket that, and then you know, let this thing do its course and, do it and repeat, I guess, is what you gonna do.
She would have
Well,
hoped the market stay where it
clearly
is.
Sway got her on some type of investment panel, so I guess she gonna tell the people how to do it.
Got Porsha on an investment panel.
Yeah, she posting it on her page. Hmm. With some type of investment, something going on in Atlanta in a couple weeks or so. If not this week, sometime like that. And so she's supposed to be a panelist.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, I think that's pretty much what's going on with Porsha, her decisions to make. Then we
But we
have,
do know that she has made a decision, and it is Sway.
yeah,
And I'll say this: I kind of think that was, I guess, I feel like that was a better choice because you ain't been having the best luck with men, and if you like women, then I guess go ahead.
girl,
Hey,
I
I'm
don't,
speaking on her, from her. I'm not saying that this is the
no,
way I'm optioning, but I'm saying if you like women and you happen to be dating one, I guess it will make sense that go ahead and choose her. You know, already had your, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's not that particular man, but you'd had a few relationships with these men and they just kind of blew up in your face. So go on and take your chances with this one.
yeah, those blow up too. When them
Well,
women be
I know that
too,
they
yep.
do. I know that they do.
And they emotional too. So
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, I get you, but that's why I say just take your chances, honey.
Yes, uh-huh. Well, and now Sway, she seems to be much younger, is she?
I don't know.
She seems to be younger than me.
I don't know.
I'd imagine she's probably in her early to mid 30s.
Hmm.
I don't believe she's old as Portia.
Don't be doing that.
What you mean?
Old ass.
I said as old as Portia, not the
Oh,
same
yeah, I
age.
know. You like, I don't think she old as Porsche. Look, I am 46. I feel
Girl,
like I am
I am
catching strays.
53. Look, I'm 53. Girl, please. I'm just saying she just seems
I am
younger.
catching strays. Oh, like, oh.
Girl, down somewhere. Down somewhere. I am 53, somewhere, whatever.
I'm like Cynthia with the Bigfoot
Girl, don't go
comment.
there. So, did you
Like,
talk
not
about,
too much on that. Oh,
girl? Anyways, did you talk about Cynthia and her being supposed to be the mediator
okay.
slash
No, no. Let's get into it.
Cynthia? Um, well, she has a sit down with Shamea, and Shamea tells her what's going on, and she already knew what was going on because with her Shamea and Angela, because Angela had said what happened also. But Shamea also tells her about what's going on with her privately, and about her mother's being sickly too, and about the situation with the surrogates and all that. And, Cynthia suggests that she needs to probably get into therapy. Is that the reason why you're having, maybe acting the
Lashing
way?
out at everybody.
I just don't see it. But
I
anyways,
don't see her lashing out. I am going. I listen. I know I'm hard on Shamia, but I am gonna say I don't necessarily see her lashing out per se. Like
unless it's something that's
this is what
happening
I'm
behind
going
the
to
scenes.
agree with. I'm having a hard time trying to figure out who all is Shamia coming for. Now I am confused about that in a sense. I don't necessarily see her outside of Drew. I don't necessarily see her coming for anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that I will say that feels like a bit much. Maybe that's what's leaning into Shamia feeling like she's being ganged up on, but
Well,
I
I
will give
think
her that.
so. My thing was Miss Cheekbones, 50 Cent, run it all back to Angela,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I don't know the way I kind of feel, especially like if you got two people that are not getting along. I don't think I would be just if I'm trying to bring them together. I don't know that I would say anything that's personally going on with them, or I would try to not make matters worse. And
I agree with you. I wouldn't like if me and you had some friend and I'm trying to, or I'm trying to work, be the mediator between you and
Mm-hmm.
some other person, you know what I mean, a friend, a mutual friend we have, I would not come back to you to repeat to you what it is she said to me.
Yeah.
Right? What I would say, like I would just be in a way encouraging of a reconciliation. I would
Yes.
be encouraging of having open conversation and being open to what somebody is going to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe, and this is a strong maybe, I might I might lead with say with an opinion of how I think a person may be trying to, maybe feeling, and maybe using their words in that particular, you know what I mean, to say, well, I think that maybe she feels this way, but using her words, right? You know what I'm saying? But not saying directly, well, so and so said, you know what I
Yes.
mean, this, that, and the third. I would, because that doesn't, that's not reconciliation. That goes back to having a back and forth type of deal, and now here
That's
you
what
are
they
dead smack
had.
in the middle. Yeah.
So with that, Cynthia, she's getting together with Angela, and they're going to have the Bailey Bowl slash Maddie Madness or Matty
Mm-hmm.
Madness in
Mm-hmm.
honor of Angela's mom. So all the ladies are going to get together for that. Also, we have who else on the roster? What is Pinky doing, girl?
Pinky has some type of fashion show with her daughter. She finalizing this movie that she doing with
Yeah.
Naturi. Like they talking about, girl, Naturi don't look like it.
Well, Denzel Washington didn't look like Malcolm X either.
Well, listen, he sure in the fuck did a good job
Yes,
playing.
he
Like he
did.
did a very good job playing
Yes.
him, and I really do think, because it's funny when you say he didn't look like him, but I feel like he engulfed. I don't know. Of course,
Everybody
I
did.
was,
The same
huh?
way, the same way Angela Bassett doesn't look like Tina
With
Turner.
Tina Turner, right? That's right. But at the same time, you embodied that whole persona of who she
Mhm.
was. So to watch her do that, it was like you was watching Tina Turner. I mean, even though you wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And
Because
so
Notori don't look like Lil Kim.
no, she don't. But
Mm.
that's what we, kind of, it's like you don't necessarily, now we know we done seen some movies where it's just like, I'm like, come on now, like,
Well, what's that one, the Tupac movie where the guy favored Tupac, but he couldn't act worth shit.
mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, we can
Yeah,
give
you
it up
just
there.
look like them. Yeah, but
Yeah,
that right. So it's well. So to your point, that's bad acting. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we think Jamie Foxx with Charles. He don't look
yeah,
like Ray Charles, But of course, you embody his character, you
right,
embody his thing, and then with all of the makeup and the changes, now you are, you Ray.
yeah.
Whoever about to play Richard Pryor. Mike Epps seemed to. He don't look like Richard Pryor, but he seemed to be able to embody Richard Pryor.
Mhm.
I think so. That's kind of what I think. What we don't. Well, we, not the audience. I think sometimes when they casting and stuff, maybe you just get who available. Or who gonna take whatever the check, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause like I said, we've seen, and maybe you're right. Maybe it's not so much about you not looking, but not having the embodiment of who you playing. Because I
Mhm.
think that's what happened with Natiri with Lil Kim. She had enough of the characteristics. It's not like they went and got somebody who was 6 feet tall. You know what I'm saying, to play Lil Kim. You know what I mean? I mean, everything kind of matched up enough. And then you can
Not
embody
the,
her personality,
but not the little Kim. She didn't like
No, Lil Kim
that.
didn't. Lil Kim, anyway, yeah, no, she didn't. We all did. I mean,
I did.
like,
I liked it. Yeah.
yeah, we all did. So, take that up with the people, Lil Kim.
Yes, honey. She was too dark to play her, I guess.
Well, yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck happened with Lil Kim. I feel so bad for the way she done changed herself and in my opinion, messed herself up because she was a beautiful girl.
Yeah.
Um, beautiful lady. And I just, again, maybe it is the industry. Clearly it is because we're going to get into Miss K. Michelle also.
Oh my God.
But
That's
clearly it is. And I just feel bad that you could, that, I don't know. Because I can't imagine, I don't know. I don't like, I can't even think of some type of work that I would even get done on my face.
none.
Outside of I have considered starting like Botox, some like like a little bit. I mean,
I don't know.
yeah, huh?
I don't know. I would me personally. I'm scary, so I would
I
think.
am too. That's why I'm saying I considered, right? I've thought about it. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm kind of like, But again, like as far like, I don't have the desire to have a nose job. I don't have the desire to get my eyes pulled any type of way. I don't have the desire to plump my lips. I don't have the desire, like to put collagen in my face. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a desire for any of that. But also, I really couldn't imagine doing something. And but I guess this is body dysmorphia because my
Yeah.
idea would be, how do you recognize yourself? But I would say that you still see the same person, even
Yeah.
though you've gotten all of this stuff done. You know what I mean? Like,
And
and
it's
you not,
something.
and you
It's
don't look the same.
yeah. So with K Michelle talking about you got all these issues, you got leaking damn silicone in your body, but
Girl,
you
throw
still
the
want to get
whole damn scene away.
girl. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with her?
I'm
That's
like, I
craziness to
said it
me.
on the page today. I don't want to hear another damn thing
Yeah, you did
about
about
that
her
girl's
ass.
ass. Not one more thing. Especially like, right. You in here you can't even sit down good. You are leaking bodily fluid without even knowing. You can't even feel that shit coming out your body. And you
Yeah,
got the nerve to ask this doctor with a straight face, what else can you put up in there?
because I'm like, what is the goal? What is the
He
end
should have
goal
gave
here?
you a card to a psychotherapist because
Yes,
you don't need a counselor or a regular therapist. You need psychoanalysis.
yeah, because that
You
just sounds
need the
like
hard. You need the real stuff. Girl, you going through, I don't know what it is. You going through something. Also to have a husband, because also like, what is any of this for? It can't be for your career, not the career you keep trying to throw up in Drew face. And I say y'all pretty much running neck and neck. I don't give a
yeah,
damn if you do got 4, 5 albums. They ain't worth a damn as far as I'm concerned. Um, and you can't think that going to get some big ass gonna help you in country music. That's not the aesthetic,
yeah.
girl. Go to hell. That's what I got to say. Okay, Michelle, just go to hell. I can't take her. And again, I'm loving this season. And when I say I'm loving it, it's not because it's all of these, exciting things going on. I'm just enjoying I'm just enjoying the season, the cast, you know what I mean? And so when I'm saying that to say I'm just so mixed on Kay. Of course, I feel like she is gonna come back next season and fine. But I don't want to hear this mess. I don't want to hear this mess. I don't have time for this, Kay. I really don't. People are starving.
In America,
Right.
in America, not in Africa, in America, shit.
Look, what they say, people are dying that have never died before.
So I don't even know. I just
I'm like,
don't.
I can't go through this. I can't go on this ride with you, girl. Like, oh, go get somebody else to do it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
I didn't think it was cute. I didn't think it was like, and I'm glad the doctor, I'm glad that doctor, told her, and yeah, rightfully so. I'm almost, and You see, that's why money. That's why money is the root of all evil. I would be shocked that any doctor worth its medical license
Yeah,
would dare go back and put anything back in you after your history. That
girl.
don't even seem like that's ethical.
No, just like how they would, like Kanye West mama wasn't supposed to have the surgery she did, but went over there to another dang on country and got it done, then had the complications she had.
Hmm. And see,
So,
that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody like an MD worth a MD,
yeah,
they should refuse you as a patient.
yes.
They should tell
So,
you absolutely not. Like no. And anybody, and with that being said, if you find somebody who is willing to work on you, you should already know that ain't, like that's not worth it. Because that's somebody going against everything they went to school to learn.
yes.
Everything that is against that Hippocratic oath that they took to do
Yes.
that again, follow with your medical history. Like, absolutely not. Girl, you are ridiculous. I thought that about I'm gonna tell you the story about me with my braces. I remember a long time ago I went to a dentist because I always needed braces, and I never got them. And so I went to a dentist. I don't know. It was so long. The first one that went to ask about. I didn't want braces. I was being vain, is what I would call it, because I was one of those people that was like, I didn't want to be a grown up with braces. And so I went to the dentist, and so I'm asking them about getting veneers. And thank God this dentist said what she said to me, though. She said, "You have healthy teeth. Like, why would I, because so she had to explain the process of getting veneers. She said, you have to drill your teeth down, woo,
Yep.
woo, and then put them on." She said, "I am not going to do that. Like, your teeth are perfectly healthy." She said, "You need to, like, get some traditional braces," because that's what I was trying to do, is just avoid braces. So I'm like, well, fuck it, just give me all, veneers or whatever. And so thank God she did at least say that to me, because I ended up getting braces. You know what I mean? And when I was able to, I got braces. And I'm glad that I did, and that just always stuck with me about, because what I thought about is that I'm glad I didn't go to a dentist who would have been willing to do that for me if I was willing to pay for it.
Yeah. Because you
Hmm.
have, girl, they got the basement dentists now, and honey, they
Girl,
doing,
now I was going to a real dentist, but yeah,
girl,
I
they
would
putting
never do
braces
no
on
mess
people's
like that.
mouths. I said, who the hell is allowing these
That's
people to
like
play
that.
in their
Like,
mouth
if
like
you
that?
ever see me, like, don't do you see me start advertising? I'm finna start putting veneers on people.
Not ever. No, ma'am. But yes, excuse me. K Michelle has some issues going on, because I would not
Major.
be risking my health and no telling what. I mean, because anytime you do go on a operating table, there is always a chance you can pass away.
Well, for sure, right? And you doing this shit for sport.
Yes, it is nuts.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
like, and
let me
that's
go.
another reason. Somebody in the comments. That's another reason. Okay, there you go. That's you.
Uh,
Why I wouldn't why I'm not so quick to want all of this type, particular work, because I agree with you. The ablation, or I didn't have an ablation. They burned some fibroids off of me about a couple months ago or so. But even with that, I remember telling my doctor, because at the time I knew it was an outpatient procedure, but I
yeah.
didn't realize I had to go under general anesthesia, right?
Okay.
So
Mhm.
that's what I told her. I said, "Shit, if I'd have known I had to go under general, I'd have just told you to do the hysterectomy." You know what I mean? Like, just go and get, because that's not something that I want to come back and do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Exactly.
I want to go under as least times as necessary.
Yeah, I know that's right. So yeah, I Kay, come on, girl, love yourself. Please love yourself because
Or love on that man enough so he can love on you to where you feel loved.
exactly, because he ain't changing nothing on him.
Well, yeah, he needs to see a
Yeah,
dermatologist,
yes,
but
he did. Yeah. Girl, it's
but
just
I'm not trying to dog the man out. I'm just saying he could use a dermatologist.
yeah, something, some fade cream, something. I don't know.
Skincare routine, yeah,
Yeah,
something. Yeah, I don't know what, and maybe that's a condition. Maybe that's what's
could be,
I don't know. But
could be, but yeah, Kay. I was like, oh my god. So we got Kay. You did Shamea. We have who else we got over here?
we did Kellie, Cynthia. So Cynthia found herself in the mess with that. And Honey and Shamita came in for it though. What she say? Uh I think it wasn't on Carlos' interview when he asked, or somebody asked her which housewife was she most surprised by, and
Yes,
she
Carlos
shaded
King.
Cynthia
I
by
don't even think
saying
he hated her.
she did, she did.
She said,
She called her name. She said, "Well, she's not a housewife, but
"This is
Cynthia."
not
Well, you're right,
a friend." She
but
said she's a friend.
Cynthia got her ass back, honey. Like Cynthia
Yeah,
on
but
that
I think
podcast, she say, "Well, when you've been a housewife over a decade," I said,
yeah,
"You better tell her." And what
like
she
it
say,
wasn't
"And you
like she
didn't have to
couldn't have.
hold on the line waiting for a peach."
Yeah, but the thing was, I don't feel like it was shade because what is she? She is the friend of this year. Not saying that she couldn't have been a housewife, but that's the
Well, this
position.
is what I feel. Especially coming, well, y'all know Ultimate Girls Trip will be out August 20th for the 20th anniversary. And of course, when we say 20th anniversary, that is of Housewives as a whole, starting with OC. I
Mhm.
cannot believe I've been watching Housewives for 20 years, honey. I need to give me something to do. I can I can't believe it because I definitely have been watching Housewives since season one, first franchise, day one. I did not miss a beat. Um, um, but with that being said, what I'm going to say and what I think the Housewives universe, we all pretty much agree. Once a housewife, always a housewife. You don't have to be another cast again. And fine, you can come back as a friend, but once you've been main cast, you're a housewife. That's that.
Oh.
That's that on that. And
I'm
so,
getting tired of Cynthia. She's feeling like she's always catching these strays now. I think she's being
well,
too sensitive because she just ran it back. Come on now.
I'm just saying I thought
No,
it was shady. I thought she was throwing a shade.
I
And
didn't take it that way. But
I think
I
Cynthia
just didn't think that
gave
Cynthia.
a return serve, baby. Now catch that.
Yeah,
Like
but I think she would probably say, well, she could have been one. She just her
well,
husband wouldn't
no,
allow her to.
because let's think
Yeah.
about Shamea. Because that's why I said she gave her a return serve. Because I've already said this about Shamea. Shamea, well, we found out with Marlo that I've said this. What I'm learning between Marlo and Shamea, because those are the two that were friends the longest, and then got a peach. Number one, everybody, audience, when I say everybody, everybody was asking for Marlo to get a peach. I don't recall anybody really requesting Shamia to get a peach. Now, was everybody kind of satisfied and happy that she did? Sure. Because we've seen her, for so much time. And so it's like, okay, cool. But seems like you had been waiting for that peach. Um, and so I agree with Cynthia. Like
I just think
whether
Cynthia.
I'm a housewife this season or not, I have been a housewife for over a decade. You barely 2 years in, and you can't even hold your
I
head
think
up.
I think you're being so. Well, shit. Now, if Cynthia wasn't a friend of, she probably wouldn't be holding her head up either.
Well, it took Cynthia a
Shit.
little while to get her little
Shit.
mojo. Yeah, now it did. It did. but again, the facts are the facts.
What
But the
I'm
facts
just
are the
saying is,
facts. And
I
here's the
didn't
other
feel like it
facts.
was.
I wouldn't give a damn if I am a friend. B, you sitting in my house. That's like even
No.
that's like that even when Nene comes back as a friend, it's you sitting in my house. This is what they call Lucas on the house that Peyton built. This the house that Nene, Cynthia, Phaedra. This the house that they built.
Okay, it was already building when Cynthia got there.
Well, she was third season.
Okay, come on now. What I'm just trying to say, when I watched the Carlos King interview,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't take it as shade because she could have just said one of the main characters, not Cynthia. Most surprising, why is Cynthia running her ass back telling her shit to damn old girl?
Well, she probably got confused because Cynthia in so many scenes.
Well, she working
that's
harder. She working harder than most of them. I tell you that.
all. That's all I'm
Cynthia,
saying. She probably got
Cynthia gonna,
confused.
Cynthia gonna have a package when Phaedra and Drew don't.
Right. That's what I mean. Like that's what I'm saying. She probably got
Oh, girl,
confused.
look.
Also, huh?
Look, I'm ready to wrap it up. We done forgot Phaedra.
Oh shit. What did Phaedra do? Oh, she met with Willie Watkins.
She did?
Oh, and yep, she met with Willie Watkins,
On what
and
episode?
she took this past episode this week.
Girl, I missed that whole thing. Did what?
And then her and Kellie, she took Kellie's case
Oh
with
yes, pro bono, pro bono.
yeah,
Yes,
pro
yes,
bono. Which here I go. She learned her lesson from that damn charade. Now
yes.
cause baby, this whole scene went a whole lot different than that scene that she had with Sheree. And it's funny because she was hunting Sheree down about that check, honey. But she say, I'ma just give this to you for free. She learned a lesson about having that conversation again.
But is she a family attorney? I thought she was an entertainment attorney.
Well, seeing that she had taken Sheree, I don't
And then
know.
she had to hand it off to somebody else. Remember?
Well, she showed up in court with Sheree. I think she handed it off. She handed her off to somebody else because Sheree was upset with her because when they went to court, Bob came in and represented himself. And whatever motion they was trying to pull, he got that mess thrown out. That's when he turned around and stuck his tongue out at her when he was walking
Well,
out the courtroom like he came in and represented himself, Stanford graduate. Okay, well he said, "I just look like this, honey. Don't you let it fool you." Don't you let it fool you. So she got mad. She was upset with Phaedra about that. Phaedra said it had taken her so long to put the motion in because she was waiting on the check.
yeah. So
And
she
so that's what it says. She said, at this time, I think it's better for me to refer you to somebody else. And that's how she did it. So I'm saying that to say, I kind of agree with you that I feel like I always thought now, because again, I ain't went to law school and I'm only going off of my common knowledge of what I know. So I think I did feel like same like medical doctors. You learn everything while you kind of going
yeah,
through
the broad
school,
umbrella.
but
Yes,
then you end up picking a
yeah,
focal point.
yeah.
And so that's what I had assumed she done. But once you bring it up, I'm thinking, I guess maybe she can do all
I
of it.
mean,
I
no, yeah,
guess.
she can do. Yeah, she can do all of it. But is she proficient in that?
Yeah, yeah,
That's not what
yeah.
she specialized in.
Right, right, right. I feel you.
So let me. Well, with Kelly getting what she can get,
Well,
I think
Kelly is broke, so she is gonna have to. If Phaedra didn't do it pro bono, I'm guessing she would have had to go to legal aid.
girl, they would have told her she made too much money. Girl, you making
Do
a hundred
she? Because she might
thousand
have been
money.
able to provide some receipts to show otherwise.
Girl. I don't know. They probably because she's basically she probably have to give off her tax return, and maybe she do have a all the way down where she's not really making that much money on paper.
Clearly, but that's what I mean by when you started to spit out those expenses like that shit. The math ain't mathing, girl.
Girl, I think she. I
You
think
didn't
she
think
was
about
throwing
that
out.
too hard.
No, she was good. No, like okay, when I do people's tax returns, I hate to see things that's ended in always zero. 2,500, 500, 200. Things on you
But
don't
don't
usually go
everything
down.
round up too? Oh, but you
No,
saying like 259 or you know what I
yeah,
mean, like
oh well,
kind of
yeah,
half and
yeah.
yeah.
$2,782. Everything is not
I agree
ended
with
in all
you.
zero.
Well, it would seem to me that that would be something that would trigger an audit.
Yeah, it would be
Oh,
if
okay, yeah.
everything.
It would
Yeah,
seem to me that
okay, this
would,
is twenty
cause
five hundred.
now listen, I might not be doing. I try to do everything as right as I can, and so to your point, I try to make sure them figures where they need to be.
Not me. Oh, the figure's gonna be right, but they ain't gonna be right as they're not gonna be. Lord, forgive me.
Well, don't be telling too much of your business when
Girl,
your
I
ass get
got the
audited.
spit back on it. I ain't
Wait, and
worried.
what was that show? What was that show? Oh my God! That every time they said audit, it would be like doom doom doom. I can't remember. That's so funny. I'm gonna think of it probably way later. It was some show I used to watch. Oh my God! And they was talking about being audited. Every time they would say audit, the little thing would doom doom doom.
So we're gonna get into these different group events. The first one I want to talk about is the event at Drew's house, the A
With the
team.
man in the basement. They can
Yeah,
hear them. I'm surprised they ain't put a door on that damn thing.
I'm like, what? Usually most, well, maybe not, I guess.
Well,
But
I thought the same thing that you thought, because I said when they said is Ralph in the basement, and so she said yeah he down there, but they had showed it, and I said wonder why they ain't put a door on there. You know?
I started to say most houses have a door on their basement, but my brother's don't. So what his house is probably,
I've
I don't
seen
know.
some that don't.
Yeah,
I guess it just depends on the
yeah,
layout in a sense.
because his basement is more what it's got. It got the daylight. It's kind of like a walkout basement. So
Hmm.
no.
But I think for the purposes of how they living, maybe you should have figured out putting a door on there.
Yeah, maybe he
A
got the door
gate.
at the bottom of the.
Look, a gate or something.
Maybe he got the door at the bottom of the stairs, so she got to knock on the door to come in there.
I feel like I don't care if it was at the top or the bottom. I do feel now. What you say? Maybe it's at the bottom. I doubt it's at the bottom. Because even with kids in the house, it would seem like you had a door. You know, if you got to walk downstairs, it seemed like you would have to have it closed off.
Yeah, I don't know, but honey, that all I know is Drew tried to be a little shady, and she wanted to give Porsha the pride cake, and I'm
And
like, come on. She said you can
Portia
eat some of
said,
this
"I'll
cake
take
too.
half. You take half."
Yes. And then we see in the upcoming episodes, Drew gonna try to act like she ain't even really gay, like that's something her and Ralph kind of did. But you
I don't
said
believe her.
no, because she said in the episode when they went to go and watch her Tubi movie that when Sway came there, she said to Porsha, "Why are you trying to live my life?"
Did she say that?
Yeah, she said that.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, so she was messing around with Ty.
Hmm. Well, that's why Portia said, "I'll take half. You take half." But
Exactly.
that's why I was saying. Well, I said because I had kind of forgot about the tap thing, but I was like, I think Drew just want to be down. And sometimes cause like this is what I'm gonna say about her and Ty. And this is the very God's honest truth about what I could imagine, what the way I imagine Drew to operate. I imagine that her and Ty probably had communications and maybe even questionable interaction. You know what I mean? But I don't think that there was probably anything that took place, if that makes sense. Like maybe not actual sexual activity, but I could imagine that you were maybe having conversation, you know what I mean? Like maybe kind of going out, and maybe for with that being said, from the outside, anybody else who's around can get that assumption like y'all fooling around. Maybe there was a curiosity there, you know, but I
Didn't she kiss Toya and then lied about it?
I don't remember.
You know, at the bolo, you know, when everybody was freaking off with each other.
You talking about? I remember Porsha kissing Toya.
No, she did too.
Okay, yeah, I don't remember that. I don't remember.
That was the whole issue between her and Candy. Remember on the last episode when Candy was there, was that season 15, and they had the peach party or whatever, and then Toya came back and said whatever she had, you know, because that was Candy's friend, and it was about Drew kissing Toya, or Toya kissing Drew, whatever it was, they kissed.
I don't know. I can just like I actually do view Drew as a person who what's the word, like a gray area, who kind of like teeters a line, you know what I'm saying, to where you can give a different perception than whatever is actually happening and being true. So I'm saying that to say, like, even like I said, when she kind of said, well, I do with my husband, and I only did it because I wanted to submit. And see, and I hate that too, because you do this thing where you try to string in like a religious, you know, like belief system.
Wait a minute, how is that religion?
Well, what I mean is, right, exactly, because submission has nothing to do with bringing other people in your bedroom. Like that's not what anybody is talking about when they say submit.
Girl.
But you know, but maybe it was a way for her to speak some truth about what her experience is without telling the whole truth. Because I think what I am getting to is that I don't think Drew tells the whole truth.
No.
Yeah, so you know, so yeah. So that's why it's like, even when she said, I'm like, I don't believe her. I think, and like, and at the time I said, I think she just saying something to be a part of the conversation. You know, but whatever she's saying, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
And like I said, and so that's why I said that with that girl. Like you could have been flirting, you know, liking the attention, you know what I'm saying, kind of feeding into what everybody's perception of what they're looking at is, without actually going there with her. And only you and her would know that, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I mean. She has this shiesty way of moving. So I don't know how, you don't know what's true and what's not.
Because remember, at that reunion, was it season 15, didn't Ralph try to expose her with the text?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Girl. Anyways, Drew.
And then that took place over on Basketball Wives, because Ty ended up being on that season of Basketball Wives, and she was dating the girl, the other, I can't remember that lady name now. And yeah, that's her name. And so on that season, Ming Ling was asking her, bringing up Drew to her. Mm-hmm.
Wow. But okay. So they discuss in this episode the skating party. And I thought the skate night was great. I loved it.
Yeah, that was fun. It looked fun.
I really loved it because I used to like going skating anyways, but I thought it was funny. You know, I'm like, K
Which is
Michelle out
why
there.
Angela brought her own skates. I was like, they told like gonna talk about did she not think they would have her size? Like no hoes, because we
I know
know
how to
when you
skate.
want to go skating, you buy you some skates. You don't go trying to do your thing on them renting skates. You get you some skates, you bring your skates. That's a Chi-Town thing. I had a pair of skates I used to keep in my trunk when my kids was
Girl,
small,
anybody who
cause
skate.
I might go by the skating rink just on a humbug.
So I thought it was funny how Phaedra and K Michelle were on those skates. I'm like, and if I would have been K Michelle, I would have never got on them.
Well, if your ass is leaking, it would
Yeah, I
seem
would
to
have.
me that you're
Yes,
not gonna try to fall on it or
yes,
nothing.
honey. I wouldn't have been. They all up on the wall. I said, God damn, they acting like they 80 years old over here. Y'all never went skating a day in your life.
They
I just
skate.
thought,
Well,
oh,
no, they on them damn rented skates.
girl, I'd have been on some running skates. We done skate
No, I
together
done been on
anyway.
some rented skates too, but you know how them, them rented skates. You can be skating and do it. That so that's what I'm saying. What we learned is you get your own skates because you train your wheels to how you skate.
Mm.
So if you get the rented skates, that's where that little will come in there with.
Girl, no, they were skating like babies. I said, my daycare kids do better than them. I said, they might as well had on them kind of skates you put your shoe in
Yeah,
and
like
skate.
preschool.
Uh,
I feel like for I think with that, they probably didn't want to fall. Y'all all
definitely.
came glammed up. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it was just something fun. But I agree. Like if that was something we was like that was an activity, you would do it. Yeah, you would do it.
Gave
And
Michelle should have
and
did. I
listen,
wouldn't
I
have
don't
did it
even
because
skate like the people like I don't skate the way the people skate. I got a good crossover for you. I still don't even know how to skate backwards.
I can skate backwards.
Yeah, I don't know how, but I enjoy skating. You know what I'm saying? Like I just always enjoyed it, but I never really got into all of the tricks and things.
Yeah,
And so like I think they was just more just trying not to fall.
yeah, that's what it looked like.
Hmm.
I said, oh Lord.
Hmm.
But I thought it was a great event. Was nice. I liked seeing the ladies out there dancing. I even liked seeing Porsha and Shamea dance together. I thought that was cute. I liked the fact that they did not have to end this episode with any kind of strife, argument, or anything. I thought it
Hmm.
was a good episode. The thing at Drew House, it was, nice little shade thrown, but it was, nice shade. It was not nothing really dark. So then
Hmm.
we head on over to this damn basketball madness thing. I thought it was a cute event. Kellie in the heels and the sweat socks. I thought, okay, girl, I don't get it, but whatever.
Right.
Well, the
Say do your thing.
the naming of the teams. Phaedra had the what is the Godfather. Shamea had
Hmm.
Sasquatch. They had Chatty Cathy for what is
Pinky.
it? Pinky. They had Minion for Kellie. Porsha, was it Go Naked?
Maybe. I don't
Could
remember.
be. And I don't know. Remember what Angela's team was named. And then we had K Michelle something about fake ops or imaginary ops or blind ops.
Oh, blind opposition. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a good one.
yeah,
That was a good one. And also I love them telling her because you you and got a beef with your own self in your own head. Cause we still trying to figure out who to beef with.
girl. Everybody, whoever you point a finger at. So the game was, competitive, and it comes down to the Sasquatch team. And I don't remember. Oh, was it Fangie,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like that? So they came out, but and Angela had ex NBA players on her team. So retired NBA players. Pinky had some overweight lovers in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was fun until the end. And I thought it could have went out on a great note, but if we're honoring her mother, why is she arguing with Shamea?
Mm-hmm.
I just thought, to me, this scene to me proves that um, Angela has a problem, and she said her problem began in Nashville with Porsha. She ain't letting that shit go about Porsha saying she would fuck her husband, is the way I took it. Because she didn't have a problem with Shamea. So it started there. I don't understand why, this is a game that we're supposed to be, playing. Because if you're going to come at me, don't invite me. That's
Mm-hmm.
the way I take it. And then this fake hug thing at the end, I just thought, to me, it just looked like Angela is punching down instead of, I don't get what this was all about. Y'all done already had the conversation. She done already said what she said. You said what she said, what you said. Why are we still prolonging this? Because I don't even understand the beef at all, is what I'm saying. Because you forgave Porsha, so you're mad because she said that she think you're the cause or help with, the breakdown of their friendship. You don't believe so, she thinks so. Okay, we got that established. Why are we still arguing? I don't understand.
Well, the only thing that I really believe, so I don't think that there's anything that has substance between whatever this is, to your point, between Shamia and
Angela.
Angela. But what I do, I said it last time when we talked about it, I'm like, I really think that Angela is just, I think she's just playing, she clocking in. She's trying. I feel like she keeps bringing it up so that there can be a conversation that includes Portia. They like, it's very subtle, but they do continue to try to get some sort of like Cynthia said it to ask Shamia about why she didn't invite Portia to the birthday party, to Gerald's birthday party. She said, "Well, Portia did invite you to her home, you know." And so, like, so she, and then Shamia said, "Well, I'm not gonna basically talk about it." So she, so I'm just putting Angela in this role of, well, she's already kind of the bone collector, and so with that being said, there is no substance to it because like I explained, I think that is the crook, but like you said, like it is what it is at this point. But I feel like she keeps bringing it up because she wants to fortify something that pulls Portia into the conversation and then makes it, a conversation between Portia and Shamia. Because I will say this, outside of me feeling like Shamia does not make a great housewife, I don't think Shamia should come back. And it's not because she don't have all of the things, of course, because she does. As far as the money, the husband, whatever. But I don't think she's doing well in this environment. Um, and it's sad to watch. And I think she should bow out. But what I'm going to say, and I know we're gonna get um some sort of interaction with them at some point. I'm guessing on the trip, maybe. I don't know if it's going to be next week, the week after, or whatever. And we'll see how that carries over into the reunion. Because what I am going to point out is Shamia definitely can't come back if there's not a conversation between her and Portia.
No,
I think no matter what it is, whether it happened on camera, off camera, what, you know what I'm saying, like whatever, we are an audience. We have sat and watched y'all have a friendship. We have sat and watched it demise. But what we haven't seen is y'all to talk about what that is, what happened. You've left it all, up to us to
Just like
decipher
figure it
and
out.
and sort out.
Mhm.
So I think that's something that is necessary. It's kind of like that conversation with Angela and her daughter. It's like if you wasn't gonna say it, why bring it up? So it's kind of the same thing. Like Shamea and Portia include the only break I'm going to give Portia is that she's not talking shit with the other ladies about her. Not that we've seen Shamea do anything like that this season. But what I am saying too is that I think it's up to Shamea to start that conversation.
I don't think no, I don't think
I
so.
think
Because
it is.
I don't think that the conversation, whatever it is, I don't think that Portia is going to be receptive to it. It's going to be because if we're talking over the text or whatever, let Shmia tell it, and we're arguing back and
So
forth.
that's Shamea gonna be out the door then.
She is going to be at the door if they don't speak, because there's no way in the world it's going to work. I don't even care if it was anybody who's not friends for real,
Mm-hmm.
because if we're supposed to be a group of women hanging out and all that, if you guys are not never speaking, it's gonna look weird.
Mm-hmm.
So whether they were best friends before or just don't get along, somebody's gonna have to, yes, for it to
Mm-hmm.
work. Either you're gonna treat it like a job and come in and work, and then y'all coexist and talk or whatever. But it is, and I've seen like people in my group say Shamia's divided the group. I don't think Shamia was the one who's responsible for dividing the group.
You say that all the time, but I
I
think
know.
I think she
Yeah,
did.
no, I'm no. I feel like because Angela went back and apologized to Phaedra and to Porsha, right? Went back and became besties with Porsha, but Angela, because she demanded to me is the fakest motherfucker on there, because she can't stand on what she got to say. She in the confessional talking shit about Porsha, who she's hanging out with. And I hope they bring that to the dang reunion. Because to
I'm
me,
sure
it
they
don't make sense.
will.
It
Yeah, I'm
don't make
sure they
sense to
will.
me. You wanna be with the cool kids, but then you still have carrying this animosity, which you say you were over from last year. But
Well, it's funny you think that is animosity. I think,
yeah,
and I'm just going based off of
I'm talking about what she said. Portia will fuck your
Well,
husband.
think
She
I
will
don't
my
know if
hoe.
it's
I
animosity.
think it
I
is.
think it's something that you keep like it's a dig that you can keep throwing out. Like Portia with the whole man thing, stealing. Like I do think that that's just a running thing for her. Let me make sure this damn water don't. I'm glad I
Well,
caught that.
why don't she say that to Portia's face then? Like
No,
she's
I agree. I
yeah,
do agree with
just
that.
a
I
running
don't
dig.
disagree. But I'm also saying that I believe that I believe that's that little I think it's a jab. Like to your I think it's a jab. And so to your point, it's
Nah,
like you're not
do
saying the
more.
jabs in person. You know what I mean?
No, you're not.
Um so yeah, we'll see. I feel like it will come up. I feel like it will.
Maybe Andy messy ass to say something, but I don't.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to the reunion. Like I said, I think the season has been pretty good too. But definitely, if they don't have any kind of resolution now, it's not going to work out with her being on the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah,
I mean, 'cause
it's like it's something that and that's what they have to understand as castmates. And I get it. I get it on some level that you got a personal life and then you got, like this cast life. And
yeah,
so maybe you are trying to preserve whatever that personal, you know what I'm saying, part is. But at the same time, because this is a show, you owe it to the audience to sit down and have a conversation. Um, and that's that on that, and not the type of conversation y'all had last season, because we got that little bit, but it still just didn't,
Yeah.
amount to much.
And I
Um,
hope they kind of leave the mamas, at the reunion. I really, other people say they want to see it. I don't want to see them like take it to hell.
I don't either.
I don't want to see that.
I don't
Because then they,
either.
I don't. But I will say this: Drew better not say shit to nobody. I think she best to sit over there and just be quiet. Because
Yeah.
I think little Kellie and definitely K Michelle gonna have something to damn say about her situation, and especially how she played Kellie when she went up to Kellie's business and tried to act like she was going to get some what chicken and waffles, and that one was already closed. So
Right, right.
I think
Well,
it's gonna be
let's
interesting.
see. Let's get into these Housewife Awards real quick. We only got a few of a few of our
Did you want to do
uh
that live, or
yeah,
you
we
want to do
can.
it? Okay,
Or I mean, well, if you want to cut off, we can. It doesn't matter if we could, or we can cut off and do it off. It's up
we'll
to
do it
you.
all. We'll do it all.
Okay, okay.
All right then. So we done went through everything that I could think of, and I'm pretty sure that should be. I mean, dear Jesus, Brandy. I can't think of. I'm about to call you Shamea. Hell no.
Not
Oh
calling me
God.
Shamea, child. Lord
Yeah,
Jesus.
Lord Jesus. I'm predicting wealth. Okay, there we go.
Well, okay then. I'll take it.
Wealth,
well,
honey. We're
well.
gonna go with
In
that
that
one.
case, Shamea me down.
Yeah, overflow, honey, in abundance.
Okay, like, and then let me
Yes,
show her how it really should be done. All
yes, honey.
right.
Let me show you how a bitch go down the slide, honey. Cause I just,
Ah!
but
Yes,
yes,
honey.
what would you say so far? These two episodes, what would you rate those? How did you feel about them?
Um, as one rate or separately?
We can do one rate. We did it
I
together.
say as an average, I'm going. I'm going to stick at about 7.5 or so.
Yeah, yeah, because
Yeah.
I thought the episode 11 was really good to me. I liked it.
Mhm.
I definitely enjoyed the event that Peaky threw. So yeah.
Mhm.
So I would give it a 7.5 because of that that episode. But
Mhm.
yeah, so far the season has been great. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, I can't wait to see the reunion. They'll be filming tomorrow, from what I understand.
Yeah, now listen, they better bring it, honey. And that damn Mouse Church, K Michelle, she better bring, because K Michelle got a lot to say too that she hold
Yeah,
on to when it's time. And I do agree with Dustin and Carlos with the thought of, she got to do better. You know what I mean? Like, this is Housewives is not Love and Hip Hop, right? And yeah, y'all might like Love and Hip Hop. They do have it where they can decide to not speak to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, and go on. And actually, I feel like Kate Michelle spent a couple seasons where she was on kind of on a land of her own, and her scenes kind of were separate from everything else that was going on because she wasn't getting along with no fucking body. And like I said, and as I watched those old episodes and got the reminders about those earlier seasons, when it's all said and done, she ended up friends with Jocelyn, which you already know. When Jocelyn left, they all was like good riddance,
yeah. The Puerto Rican princess.
Kind of the same as how they was with K Michelle. Like, if we see you tomorrow, if we see you again, it'll be too soon. So I hope that K Michelle got her choppers in. Maybe her reads rehearsed, so she can come on and show up. Because that's the only thing that's gonna save it, and at this point, you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
I agree with you. I have been enjoying the season, even though we here to talk about our opinions about what we're watching. But I'm saying, like, it's a nice it's been a nice change from the last 3 seasons that we
Yeah.
had to endure. And so for the and fun, like, and in that way, like, even us, even with K Michelle being a little delusional, yeah, we laughing at you. We not laughing with you. We laughing at you. And so that's why you got to know how to show up, like, in the scene, and not you everything can't always wait, because even if she does well at the reunion, that's not the right formula either. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? To not show up the whole season and then all of a sudden at the reunion, because that feels like that's rehearsed, right? Like, you just set up all of these damn bombs, or and now you done practice, like, whatever you coming into to be able to diffuse them. Let's say that, right? You set all
Yeah.
these landmines up. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
And now you had enough time to get to the reunion to be able to diffuse them all. Um, so we'll see how we'll just. I'm looking forward to it. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it. The only one who ain't got no smoke to bring is Pinky. Now, who we see in first chair?
Shamea and Porsha.
Shamea and Portia. I feel
Yeah.
that way too.
Yeah.
I Blue made a good point, because I kind of was thinking, like, is K Michelle gonna get first share by default? Andy do seem smitten with K Michelle. I don't know. He probably is intrigued because of her being a love and hip. Like, he probably is intrigued.
So you think she would get first chair over Shamea?
I'm not saying she deserves it, but what I
No,
am saying is I'm wondering if she might get it by default.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But I'm
Yeah.
not saying that she deserved it at all. Because if I had to pick who the first share would be, I would put Portia and Shamia in the first share also.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pinky
Yeah.
gonna be way on the end, hanging off the couch like Drew was last season.
Doing her TED talks.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I would imagine those who, and so then it would be on Portia's side, Phaedra, and then Angela, I would imagine, and then whoever
So
else on it.
Angela will probably be next to Portia, Phaedra next to Angela.
Yeah, because yeah, Phaedra. I mean, excuse me, Angela. Yeah, she had a lot of confrontation. They ain't got shit they got going on though. Did she ever produce the Fangela?
I don't know. I see her with it. Well, and listen, I'm with Dustin. I'm not even going to look it up, because I can't imagine what she might charge for it when you could just go get it off Amazon.
And maybe that's probably why she hasn't did anything with it then. But yeah, but she's been having fans in scene. I ain't noticed it.
Yeah, yeah, she didn't carry the fan with her the whole time. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't pay attention. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't even notice. Okay then. Well, yeah. So yeah, Pinky will be at the end, and I don't know. Uh, I don't know. So you think K Michelle would be okay? So you think it would be either Shamia or K Michelle? The next would be Kellie,
Yeah,
because K Michelle
yeah.
needs to be on that end of the couch too.
She kind of does, but I don't think that she is gonna be.
Mm.
I don't think she is gonna be.
She showing as the hell don't need no first chair.
Well, that's why I say by default.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
she.
like, because if she get it, it's not because, you know what I mean. Like, there's
I
been,
mean, yeah, I
yeah,
mean, but what makes Love and Hip Hop that great that she needs to be in first chair?
I'm not saying.
I'm just
Yeah, I don't
saying.
know.
She
I'm
came,
like, I'm not saying
you know, she came
that.
up. You know, it's not like they brought her from some bigger show. So I don't know, but I'm
And you
looking
know,
forward
we're
to it.
not gonna. I think Love and Hip Hop is just a different show. But I feel like, even though, I mean, I don't know how we compare VH1 as a network to Bravo, um,
I'm
but
gonna
I
just
feel like the show is just as big as this show. Now, when we classify it in the classes, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where it
that's what I'm
falls
talking about, the
short.
classes and
Yeah.
money.
Hmm.
So that's what I'm talking about. Money
Yeah.
and class. So
Well, you know, in the words of Countess Luann de Lesseps, money can't buy you class.
yeah.
Money can't buy you class. Money can't buy you class. Elegance is learned, my friend. Elegance is learned. Oh, yeah.
Well, honey,
I
if
can't
that
wait for
was,
the Ultimate Girls Trip, honey. I saw that trailer.
yeah,
That looked like that's going to be good.
yeah,
But
mm,
Nene, what I am gonna say, Nene deserved to be a part of that cast. I'm glad that she's making an appearance. I'm glad that they opened the door back for her. But I do think that, and I guess for the 20th is as much as what we can be happy for. I guess she did cause a lot of shit. You know what I mean? She did
uh,
start a lot of shit with her boss.
yeah,
But I do, I just like, it's, again, me being a fan for the whole time. I watched the evolution, and I lived through the evolution. You know what I mean? Lived through
uh,
it, watched it, and what I say unequivocally, and what we all know, and agree with, is Nene put Housewives on the map.
yes,
She
she
did.
did.
Yeah, she did. Now, again, I love me some OC. I love me some OG Vicky. She was my first favorite housewife. I always loved Bethany from New York. I love the New York class. I don't even know if you ever watched New York, but baby, I'm hoping Dorinda invite them to Bluestone Man and get drunk and try to cuss them out and put them all out, because that's what I'm like. I kind of miss Dorinda drunk rages.
Uh-huh.
Cause honey, that damn Dorinda, woo child. That girl, honey, she gets some liquor up in her, cuss everybody out.
So you say this is going to be the 20th of August is when it's going to air?
Yeah, I believe the 20th of August. Yep.
Okay. Hey, did you find out when or what platform and when indie bosses will be
Have
airing?
not. I have not, but they are doing another first episode viewing on July 11th, I believe. And let me look really quick at the calendar. Um oh, this is June. Wait, we'll go to July. Just I might have it. I don't know. For some reason I'm thinking it's 11th. That's on a Thursday. I don't know. I might have the date wrong. But either way, oh no, okay, I was in the wrong month. No, so I think I'm right about that. Because that's on Saturday. So they're doing another thing where they're gonna they're gonna show their first episode again, because what she is saying is that they have a whole season.
Hmm.
And so all they are kind of waiting on is the pickup. I think they're getting close. Maybe when they're doing that viewing, maybe there'll be some added information at that time. I'm going to try to go. As of right now, I don't have anything planned, so it would be my plan to be in the building. So, maybe I'll have an update for y'all pretty soon.
Okay, with the indie bosses out of
Yes.
Indianapolis.
Out of
Okay,
Indy. And they
Indiana.
got one that's from Fort Wayne. And also,
Oh,
I believe they are trying to maybe it might be premature but you know, sometimes when people don't go, they don't go. But I remember them trying to hosting a casting out in Fort Wayne. So I believe they are trying to formulate some bosses that's in Fort Wayne.
Oh, okay. We'll see, honey.
Hmm.
Because Fort
I
Wayne,
think it's
everybody
pretty
know
cool
everybody.
though.
Yeah.
Huh?
I was in Fort Wayne, everybody know everybody.
Hmm.
Especially, blacks. I mean, it just is. Yeah, because
So
everybody
then
mama.
you might know the girl because I think the girl is Tamika because she's already a part of the cast, but she is in Fort Wayne. Tamika is her name. I can't remember her last name, but her business is She's So Bossy.
She's so bossy.
Yeah.
I
I
have to look
don't think
at
she because a couple of the cast members have home health agencies. I don't believe she is a home health agent person that has a home health agency. I'm trying to think of what her She's So Bossy is. I want to say maybe it's clothing, but I can't be for sure.
Hmm. I have to look her up. Let's see, because everybody, Tamika, she's so bossy Instagram.
And I think Tamika is like Temika or something like that. Let me see.
Okay.
I got her.
Because, honey, everybody in Fort Wayne about to know everybody, honey. That's how that kind of works around this one. Especially she grew up here in Fort Wayne.
Oh no, it's Timeka.
Oh. Tim Mika.
Okay, no, she do have a home health care. She got nurture home care, and maybe you might want to reach out to her. Out
Is this, what's her last name? Is it
Washington.
Tamika Washington?
Mm-hmm. Timeka.
Mm. She's so bossy official. Okay. I look at her on Facebook. Hmm. My cousins is friends with her on Facebook. She must be around their age. And a couple of my cousins are. I have to see her, Tamika. Oh, she's the one with that bad, ugly hair. Oh God. Okay, let me get offline. Oh, okay. Good night,
Is it
y'all.
bad and ugly? I think it's cute.
Good
Well, you
night.
know what? It's probably because I love blonde. I don't know. Like, I just love, I'm mad I can't be as blonde as I want to be.
Oh, Tamika, aka she's so bossy. Ugh. Okay.
Well, like I say, she got the
Oh,
home health care agency. So check it
this is
out,
Cynthia
child. Because would
Watson.
that be something that you could use for that?
I know who this is. She used to live down the street from me.
Shut up, girl.
Yes, this is let me get offline. And we'll talk on
Let's
next
see,
time.
right. And the live. Okay, y'all, you know
Okay,
what to do. Make sure you
bye.
like the live. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, share it out, and then we'll see y'all next week.
All right, good night.